to the end of the year. The beginning of the year. This is the first Shabbat, right? Sorry, not the end of the year. This is the first Shabbat of the year. So, Shabbat Shalom. This is also Shabbat Shuvah, they call it. Return. This is Shabbat of Return, or we're returning back to Hashem. And we're coming up to Yom Kippur, right? And which is where we make things right with between us and Hashem. I mean, we do that. We can do that daily, but that's the day when, as a corporate body, we all come to Hashem. All right. So, what is in Vayelech? We just read the first part of it's very not the first part. The majority of it is very like, you're gonna turn from me. You're gonna worship other idols, and you're gonna forsake me, and I'm gonna turn away from you because of that. It's kind of sad, kind of depressing. So I'm not going to talk about it. You guys can read about that more. Not going to talk about that today. But it's sad, depressing, and through history that was happened, right? We saw that. We see that that's what's happened. But we want to look. It's a positive way. We want to see but what did Hashem say to us even right before that? Right before that, He said to Moshe, and He said to Israel. Altogether, here in Deuteronomy 31, verse 6, He said, "Be strong and courageous. Do not fear or lose heart, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will not fail you or forsake you." So in this time of transition, when Moshe is about to die, and the people are about to go into the land, and there's also going to be a new leader. Moshe is going to die. There's going to be a new leader. There's just a transition is going on. And He's saying, don't lose heart. Don't be afraid. Be strong. Be courageous. I'm going to be here. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to forsake you. And they're not spoke. These words are not spoken because they're going to go and conquer the land. He's talking about this. They're not only for that. I should say. He's talking about these other struggles, about allowing a new leader, and maybe other struggles that we know, if we can apply this to us, that we know that we have other struggles when we're transitioning into something else. There's always this uncertainty, this fear, right? And Hashem wants us to know that that He is there for us. So So let's go into some of our sages, what some of our sages have to say about this. And Rashi teaches in Deuteronomy 31, verse 6, he says, even though I am departing, he's kind of quoting what Moshe is saying. Even though I am departing from you, do not say we have lost our leader and guide. The ark of the covenant of the Lord will go before you. So Rashi is saying, even though we may lose one of our leaders, we always have the Torah. We always have Hashem's word, Hashem's truth, and exactly what the verse previously said. We have Hashem. We have Hashem. So we need to remember that Hashem is there with us, no matter what is going on, no matter what kind of transition we're going through. Another thing is in the Talmud, it says, "Great is Teshuvah, for it brings healing to the world. Great is Teshuvah, for deliberate sins are counted as merits." So, I didn't prepare this, Josh. Sorry. Hold on a second. I picked up the wrong one. Yes, let me get this one. Okay, I was like, something's wrong here. I was like, I don't remember reading this, teaching this, learning about this. So sometimes I make multiple ones, and then I start, I pulled up the wrong one. All right, here we go. Sorry. That first part was, here's the second, what the Talmud says in a different place. It says, Rabbi Yochanan said, when a person is about to depart from the world, he should strengthen himself like a lion to serve his creator. As it says, be strong and courageous. So the Rabbi Yochanan is commenting about, what our Moshe Rabbeinu is teaching us. He's teaching us that even though he's about to depart from the world, that we should still be strong and courageous. So that's kind of like even even our final moments, even in the hardest, I guess I would say, kind of one of the hardest times of our lives. Um, Hashem is saying, be strong and courageous even during that time. So here's some teachings from Yeshua in John 14, verse 27. He kind of talks about this also, because he also is going to be leaving the world. So he's talking to his disciples, his Talmudim. He says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives, but do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." So Yeshua is also, just like Moshe, preparing us. Even though he left for a time, Yeshua, he still brings. He wants us to know that we should have peace, and when he's leaving us, peace, right? And not like the world gives, which is temporary. He's saying this peace is a everlasting peace, a lasting peace, right? And then he also said in Matthew 28, verse 20, Yeshua says, surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. And so he's also, as we know, Yeshua died, but he rose again, and he is with us. He is with us, just like Hashem. He is with us to the very end. And so we know, just like the Father, the Son is also there with us. He gave us this promise, So no matter what kind of troubles we're facing, he's going to be there, giving us this peace, right? We have strength and courage, and then from Yeshua we have this peace. So how do we apply this? How do we apply this this wisdom that we're learning about being strong and courageous to our daily lives, especially right now during Yom Kippur? And we can have this what we can call the transition blessing, a blessing that we will kind of say to ourselves and maybe say to others when there's some kind of transition going on. When we have this transition coming out right now, we have this. We're coming from one year to a new year, so that we have these days of awe that we're preparing to go into into Yom Kippur. So we can say this blessing to each other. We can say, be strong and courageous in this new year. Be as strong and courageous in facing Hashem during Yom Kippur. Be strong and courageous in asking forgiveness from one another. That's a hard thing sometimes. We have this. It's hard to ask for forgiveness from each other. So. We can say to each other, be strong and courageous. Stand with your brother. Maybe your brother needs help to stand up and be able to ask for forgiveness. So, stand with your brother. Be there for them. Stand with your sister. Be there for her, During this season of Teshuvah, you might have other things that might be happening. You may be getting a new job. You may be moving. You may be starting a new school, or maybe you're facing an illness, a serious illness. We need to take times to say these words, to be strong and courageous during whatever is happening, and know that Hashem is there. He will never fail you or forsake you. So this is a major challenge, but even on Yom Kippur, when we see each other again, we can talk about this. This might be a challenging time, but that Hashem is with us. Hashem is there strengthening us. We could talk to each other, share each other. gather together as a community. And you also, during this year, we can think about, whenever there's an issue, whenever there's some kind of transition going on in our lives, upcoming throughout this year, may we, remember these words that Hashem is going to be here. Hashem is never going to fail us, and we just have to continue to strengthen our faith in that, and just look at that, and maybe that's one of the reasons why, Hashem put these two kind of opposing things in this Torah portion. Is one is be strong, courageous, don't give up on Hashem, and the other is you're gonna give up. You know what I mean? He's like almost saying you're gonna give up, but don't give up. And so in a sense, he's telling us ahead of time, don't give up. And it doesn't always have to be, that we give up. And so, may we have strength, may we have more strength, and not give up like our ancestors have, May we not be afraid like our ancestors were. May we not be swayed by popular whatever's happening, like our ancestors. And may we have the strength and the courage that Hashem is urging us to have, and also specifically for us, may we share that. May we say that. The more we say things, the more it happens. So may we say that to each other. Be strong, be courageous, don't give up, keep going. We say that to each other. We continue to say that to each other, then we will have that. So that's my call to you to do that, and to be more vocal specifically about this one thing during this upcoming year. Just encourage one another, be strong and courageous, and also to remind one another that Hashem and Yeshua are both there. They're both there and they will never fail us. They will never forsake us, and they will bring us peace. So that's my message today. Shabbat